The Final Fantasy series is an anthology where you don't need to play one game in order to understand or appreciate another game in the series. You can start anywhere, anytime. In my last video, we talked about Final Fantasy III. So today we're talking about Final Fantasy IV and 3 reasons why it might be the best starting place in the series for you and 3 reasons why it might not be. So with all of that out of the way, let's talk about the pros. Pro number 1 is its engaging and dramatic storytelling. Final Fantasy IV was the first game in the whole series to deeply invest in character-driven storytelling. It introduced a compelling narrative filled with redemption, sacrifice, and personal struggles, particularly embodied by the protagonist, Cecil. Every single character has their time to shine and are truly the meat of why this game works so well. Newcomers who are craving that emotional, character-driven plot are going to fall in love with Final Fantasy IV. Pro number 2 is its balanced difficulty curve. Final Fantasy IV offers a very well-balanced progression of challenge. Battles steadily increase in their complexity, introducing new mechanics at a manageable pace. This approach makes it very beginner-friendly, easing players into RPG conventions and preparing them for more intricate systems of later entries without the frustration. And con number 3 is its clear and defined character roles. Unlike some of the previous games, Final Fantasy IV abandons job-swapping mechanics for fixed characters with specialized roles. This streamlined approach makes the game straightforward for newcomers, allowing you to learn RPG fundamentals without feeling like you're being overwhelmed by decision paralysis. Each party member brings their own strengths and weaknesses, encouraging tactical depth through accessible gameplay. But like with every game in the series, not a single one of them is perfect, so let's talk about the cons. And speaking of those defined character roles, con number 1 is the lack of character customization. Because of the character's fixed roles and limited character progression options, players seeking the deeper customization and party building strategies found in later installments, such as the job system in Final Fantasy V or the Espers in Final Fantasy VI, may find Final Fantasy IV's approach somewhat simplistic or restrictive. Con number 2 is the linear and less explorative structure. When comparing it to its predecessors and later titles, Final Fantasy IV emphasizes linear progression and tightly scripted events. Players who love that exploration and open-ended gameplay might feel a bit restricted by the guided narrative and relatively limited side content in this game. And con number 3 is the frequent party changes. Final Fantasy IV's narrative-driven party changes mean that you rarely keep the same team up for long stretches. I can see how this constant rotation can be disorienting for newcomers, especially if they're wanting to grow attached to a specific lineup or develop deeper tactical strategies with a consistent group of characters. So let me know in the comments below whether or not you're planning on starting your Final Fantasy journey with Final Fantasy IV. And if it's not this one, which other game in the series are you thinking about jumping into? And if you've already played some of these games, let me know in the comments where you initially started your Final Fantasy journey. So with all of that said, I will see you all in the next video. Bye bye.